Hola, buenas, aquí Skull y hoy volvemos con otro capítulo más de Disco Elysium. Seguimos aquí donde lo habíamos dejado en el capítulo anterior, la hemos estado liando un poquito en los capítulos anteriores. Hemos muerto una vez, otras se van pasando cosas un poco extrañas, así que, bueno, vamos a ver qué tal simplemente y vamos a seguir disfrutando del juego. Y nada, chicos, disfrutad de este vídeo. Qué susto me has dado, capullo.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. You have no clue. So many.
Me ha dado un susto el tío este hablando que flipas, ¿eh?
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I meant you, the Revachol citizen. Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my...
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared. Better not tie the fourth day to the Bat's day on this.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kit, and this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Oh, dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I do believe you, naive as that may sound.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional.
Of course, I sympathize. But I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until...
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
¿Qué tipo de acuerdo?
I mean, favors for favors. A dirty easy. Just offer her a favor.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls it.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority. Or you can recover your badge. Though, if I may be blunt with you...
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Vale.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchmen. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large and your badge is... You could request a new one from your station, but that would literally take months. No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
Perfecto.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola.
Ingredients for what?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might... Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taken...
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also...
We're in logistics. It's our bit... Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link. The lorries. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be... I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
¿Por qué no hablo antes con la MCR?
We know the company has launched it.
Well, here's your chance, officers. No. This is thousand...
Well, at least this...
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant. How do you think that...
There was a shakedown of...
With all due respect to the... Precisely.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, but she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
Yes? Excellent. It may come to nothing, or in the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. What we do, the Pines' core competency is logistics, and that is the...
Vale, una empresa de transporte, chicos. Nos están pidiendo que investiguemos un posible tráfico de drogas con los camioneros.
She nods.
Why, yes I am. Of course there are.
There is a pinch of defensiveness in her voice, but it is playful.
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. We are. And the city of Rep... I haven't seen...
Actually, it's for cross...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. Officer.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boats. Her nonchalance might be related to...
Good. Everything. Right up to, but not including... I believe the...
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20... Let's say...
And when did you...
I arrived 3 weeks ago.
Paso de la historia de la huelga, gente. Me importa tres narices.
Heavens, no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times... Evrat Clare is a man of the utmost. Of course not. Evrat. He is the most corrupt... Yes. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see. The Daybar organized...
Vale, son dos hermanos los que llevan el sindicato.
Your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative... Of course, officer. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of...
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the... Indeed. But the point of the presentation is, these kinds of things...
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
The scabs, if they were...
It's implied. She's open to this...
There are leaflets. Every worker, a member of the board.
She nods.
Mr. Clare told him to... Fuck off, midget. Yes. Of course. How else can I help? Of course, detective.
Vale, ya está. Gente, no voy a ir mendigando dinero, ¿eh? Eso os lo digo ya. Vale.
A sturdy metal door guards the south. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside. Doesn't matter who I am. Ha! The police. Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No. I already... Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will...
Backyard door.
Madame, I assure you, we are
There is no reply.
Vale. Pues nada. No podemos entrar ahí. Vámonos. Son las 6 de la tarde, o sea, el tiempo va despacito, ¿eh? Tenemos el frente abierto de los camiones. También podemos ir al coche a analizar los documentos sobre el cacharro este.
The worn and beaten.
We can sit on benches after we've...
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press...
He's down playing it. The dashboard lights up. The lights unfold.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in...
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, and
There she is. Revachol West.
around the borders of the watermark are dozens. No, the rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the R. A rat brazenly darts past you.
Ah, Martinet. Let me see. Right here. Oh yes. Coal City.
There are many of them, and they are divided into the first row has 18 dots. Not bad for what? You don't even know what. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around. There are so many, it's hard to count. More. The last row has 3. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you... That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your... Fair point. Let's move on. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame.
What's it feel like to kill a man, Mr. McCoy? A young woman asked the man across the desk from her. Honestly, babe, says John McCoy.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, but it seems as though you are, or at least were. Yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Why not gardening?
It's meant in earnest. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Ahora puedo ver mis estadísticas. ¿Dónde? Bueno, no sé. Paga el estropicio. Encuentra tu placa. El Ministerio de Atasco. Los tatuajes de la víctima. Rastrear el número de armadura.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
Aquí podemos llamar, ¿no?
a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot. Quite a little.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
Tenemos por un lado la empatía, que nos dice que percibimos rencor, y por otro lado la electroquímica.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They usually...
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. You know who.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Bueno, vamos a insistir.
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay? Maybe, I don't know. Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. There are officers who wear the signature.
Please, no. Not this again. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and... You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes.
Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it up.
Me neither.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
No idea. It almost looked like you pawned it. But uniform.
Somewhere in a dank rental apartment, two police officers, one of the men trying not to sleep. Goddamn. Officer
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir. Clogging it completely. I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective?
Le apetecería ir a tomar un café, gente. Por favor.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. Just
Lo del págalo.
The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that." I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze.
Quiero enterarme de lo que hicimos, gente.
You were worse than all of them. Honest, even about little things like not turning down the We Go On by the O.O. I can't. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents. I won't even mention you waving your gun. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst.
Mujer, relájese un poco. Es que nunca se va el Marchuki. Venga, voy a dejar que respondáis vosotros. A ver qué queréis decir. Porque la podéis liar aquí. Yo haría la opción 1, que es la de lamentar el follón. Si no decís nada. Venga, otra oportunidad. Y lo vamos a ir dejando ya, chicos, que son las 11 de la noche.
God, I know I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again. And let's bring all sorts of things. Which one would that be? Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sanz. Butchered that right up.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the...
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Rastrear el número de serie.
Sure, officer. Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully they'll have dug up something useful by then. Was there anything else? Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Okay, 10-4.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about it.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. What? What is it? He wants to verify his info.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen. I
tell him to stop wasting time. What do you need, sir? Over. Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work? He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN. For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman. Sir, satellite office. So, was there anything else? That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over. What? What is it? What? He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's...
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics. 10...
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9. Over. Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st. The small...
What is going
No hay
on?
manera de enterarse, ¿eh?
Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact, and it's not good. He's lost his badge. He seemed confused, delirious.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarse.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get...
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain. Or anyone else.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand.
Bueno, por lo menos nos están dando ahí chance.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your copo type. Yes. Guess what's yours?
Un policía chachi.
No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who... Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here. What? Jealous of the sorry cop? They'll be super, super fine. Oh, you know, Apocalypse, Superstellar, the advanced interesting... Of course you are. It's okay. That won't happen.
Autocrítica rigurosa. El luto blanco. -1 en autoridad. Vale, vamos a subir de nivel. Teníamos que subir un nivel de lógica. Vale. ¿Quién denunció el crimen? Tenemos aquí varias cositas, ¿eh? Lo de descolgar el cuerpo lo veo chunguillo.
Hello again, officer. Oh, okay. Thanks for keeping me. Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. Okay.
Vale. Se nos complica la existencia, ¿eh?
Can I help you?
Bueno, pues tenemos que seguir investigando y tal, pero va a ser el próximo día, porque la verdad que este juego es muy espeso, muy lentito.
The man ponders his cooking eat. He looks up at you, then looks away quickly. Shrugging is an international sign for no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Y bueno, chicos, pues nada, hasta aquí lo dejamos ya, que llevamos tiempo de sobra. Además, aquí terminó también el directo, así que si os ha gustado, dadle al like y mañana nos vemos con más. ¡Chao!